Well, it is no longer news that Nigeria did not qualify for the World Cup, and sometimes it makes me feel like Nigeria has actually forgotten where it used to be. A country with one of the youngest populations in the world, a nation overflowing with talent, yet somehow we struggle to qualify consistently for the World Cup. How? How does a country like Nigeria, that produced the likes of Kanu Wako, JJ Okocha, Sunday Olise, Enyama Akipa, find itself fighting just to qualify for a World Cup? Some people will blame the coaches, some people will blame the players, some blame the federation, some even put it to bad luck. But the problem does not start on the pitch, it starts much earlier. Because football matches are not won in that 90 minutes that we watch. They are built over years, years of planning, years of investment, years of structure. And when those systems collapse, the result is inevitable. But this is not even just about football story. Football is simply the mirror. When the mirror is cracked, you don't fix the reflection, you fix what's standing right in front of it. So, is this a system problem? Not just in football, but in how opportunity is created and sustained in Nigeria. Let's be clear, Nigeria did not fail because we lack talent. We did not fail because players are weak. No. We did not fail because young people are lazy. No. We failed because the systems that produce talent have weakened over time. Nigeria is still one of the most naturally gifted football nations in the world. We produce raw talent, the way some countries produce rainfall, consistently, naturally, abundantly. If you don't believe me, go to places like Adekunle, Medjugorje, across Nigeria, Lagos. You will see children playing football barefooted on a dusty field, using makeshift goalposts, sometimes using balls made from tape or even plastic bags. What you see there is brilliance, confidence, creativity. You see instinct. You see a boy dribbling past three defenders like it is nothing, controlling balls as if it's been trained for years. But most of them have never even been to a real academy. That is the reality. Talent is not the problem in Nigeria. Opportunity is. Because talent alone is not enough. Without structure, that remains invisible. Without coaching, it remains raw forever. Without pathways, it remains stuck. A child can be gifted, but if there is no system to identify them, develop them, and promote them, then that talent dies quietly. Not loudly, quietly. Now compare Nigeria with countries with fewer resources, with lesser populations, with less raw talent. Yet they kept qualifying consistently. It's not because they are better off, it's because they have more structure. They identify talent early, they train their coaches, they properly fund grassroots football, they maintain facilities, run organized youth leagues, and reward merit. They don't rely on luck, they rely on systems. That is the difference. So what happened to us? What happened to giants of Africa? Are we still waiting to produce the next Yekini, the next Okocha? As if legends are accidents. They are not. They are products of systems. When systems are strong, talent becomes visible. When systems are weak, even great talents get lost. And that is where we are now if we want to face the reality. Not a lack of talent, a lack of structure. Because if talent exists, then why are our systems failing to support it? Where are our stadiums? Why are they dying? Where are our community pitches? Why are they disappearing? What happens to the generation of young people that we are leaving behind, that are coming to overtake from us? That is where the real crisis begins. I'll see you in part 2 of this video. Thank you. Thank you for still staying with me. Hear this. Every abandoned sports center is a future that never began. Every broken goalpost tells a child your dream does not matter. When structured opportunity disappear, the streets create their own. Do you know what happens when a football pitch stays alive? It produces far more than footballers. It produces disciplined young people who understand hard work, young people who learn perseverance, young people who discover that success is not just earned through shortcuts, but sacrifice. It teaches lifelong lessons. It teaches them how to work with others, how to respect rules, to keep going even when they fail. Those lessons do not remain on the pitch. They shape character. And when the pitch disappears, the streets step in. Young people are full of energy, and somehow that energy will be exerted. And if we fail to channel it into purpose, someone else will channel it into destructions. Bank leaders are looking for recruits, drug leaders are looking for customers, criminal networks are looking for vulnerable young people. Those who have lost hope are often the easiest to manipulate, not because they were born to be criminals, not because they lack potentials, but because they were denied opportunities. Sport alone cannot solve insecurity. I know this. But when millions of people, young people, lose access to structured opportunities, communities become more vulnerable to crimes, to drug abuse, violence, exploitations. It means it is right to say empty stadium can produce full prison. So what we are saying is that it is all about protecting the future of our youth. It is about giving them a place to dream, a place to belong, a place to grow. Because every football pitch we save today may save a life tomorrow. Here is my clarion call to every Nigerian whom God has blessed, whether in a small way or in a great way. Remember, success is never measured only by what you accumulate. It is measured by what survives because you lived. Those who have succeeded must now begin to think beyond charity. They must now begin to think about systems creating opportunities. Remember, giving food to people a day will make them survive, but building structures will feed generations. Imagine if a former Super Eagle, and even the current one, looks after a sports center. Imagine if our entrepreneurs create a football pitch for people to train in. Imagine if the wealthiest among us stop competing about what mansion they have built, but thinking about the lives that they have transformed. This way, they will be helping the youth to become more disciplined, giving them hope, creating possibilities. Here is my plea to you watching me right now. Yes, you. Start with one sports center, not 10. Help with one. Renovate it, maintain it, protect it, open it to every child willing to use it. Because by doing this, you are rescuing our young people from hopelessness, drug abuse, exploitation, and wasting away on the street due to addiction. You can make this part of your corporate social responsibility if you have a company. This is a meaningful way to give back to the country whose passport you currently hold. If you cannot do it alone, work with your business associates, work with your community, professionals. Let's do this either individually or together, because the most important thing is that we want to achieve this common goal of saving the future of our young children. Help by ensuring there is clean water available in these sports centers. If you can help train referees, if you are in a position of authorities, make sure you organize school competitions, create youth academies, invite scouts, reward excellence, protect merit. Let talent, not connections, determine who succeeds. And wherever possible, let's keep these kind of opportunities free, because the child with the greatest talent may come from the home with the smallest income. If you have stayed with me this far, it means you want Nigeria to be better. And Nigeria can be better, but only when we stop asking, what is Nigeria even doing for me? And we start thinking, what am I going to be doing for Nigeria? Let me even ask you a simple question. How many Nigerian clubs do you know? Better still, how many do you genuinely support? Because many of us passionately support everything except what belongs to Nigeria. While our own football struggles, we passionately celebrate leagues thousands of kilometers away. Ask a Nigerian today, which club do you even support? And many will proudly say Manchester United, Barcelona, or even Real Madrid. Hear me, there's nothing wrong with appreciating great football. Football is a global game. But think about this. Manchester United represents Manchester, a city in Manchester in the United Kingdom. Liverpool represents, Liverpool City. Barcelona in Spain. Now imagine asking a young boy born and raised in Liverpool, what club do you support? And he replies you, Shooting Stars of Ibadan. You will probably really, really laugh. Yet we have normalized the reverse for us. Can I blame Nigeria entirely? No, because people naturally support excellence. They support organizations they trust. If our local league becomes more professional, more transparent, more organized, many Nigerians will return. They'll start to support them. But you and I also have a responsibility in making this happen, because we have to start to be intentional about supporting a Nigerian football club today. By doing this, we are helping a thriving local club create lots of jobs, support local businesses, develop young talent, strengthen communities. Because football is not just a game; it's an economy. It's a big youth development means. It is an opportunity. When football thrives, communities will benefit from it. Young people can gain hope, local businesses can grow, families can earn incomes, dreams can become possible. That is why supporting Nigerian football is not merely about sports, it is about investing in ourselves as a nation. So here's my challenge to you: support one Nigerian club today. Be intentional about it. Attend their matches. Buy a jersey. Encourage those people, the young talent. Because every ticket you buy, every jersey you wear, every local match you attend creates opportunity for another Nigerian. This is not charity. This is nation building. The countries we admire today did not become great by accident. Their citizens intentionally invested in what belonged to them. Nigerians will not rise by accident. Nigeria will rise by intention. And that intention begins with you, it begins with me, it begins with all of us. Because at the end of the day, Nigeria is not them, it is us. Thank you so much for listening. My name remains Dr. Ayo. I hope you reflect on all of these things that we have talked about today. I'll see you next time in my next episode. Until then, take care. God bless.